20 seconds. That is how long one Indian government employee says that his US tourist interview lasted. And for him, the experience still feels less like a rejection, more like a humiliation. A 36-year-old Indian government employee has shared his experience online after his US tourist visa application was refused at the US Consulate in Chennai. According to his account, he had spent money on biometrics, travel, accommodation, and other preparation before appearing for the interview. He said that the interview was extremely short and the questions were basic. Why do you want to visit the United States? Where do you work? What is your salary? And what is your international travel history? Simple. And he says that he has worked for the Indian government for around 14 years and believed that he has a stable employment, and it was a strong reason to show that he would return to India. But there was one major weakness in his application. He had never traveled before initially. And after the refusal, the man reportedly said that he would never apply again, describing the experience as very humiliating. But is having a government job enough to secure a US tourist visa? Well, not necessarily. For a US visitor visa, the key question for a consular office is whether the applicant has demonstrated that planned visit is temporary and that they have a strong reason to return home. Now, employment can help, but it is only one part of the overall assessment. As there is another twist in this case, the applicant also said that his Canada tourist visa had previously been refused. He had applied for both visas around the same time, and sometimes some online commentators suggest that the Canadian refusal may have influenced the US decision as well. However, this needs an important clarification. A Canadian visa refusal does not automatically mean that the US will reject your tourist visa. While the US and Canada cooperate closely on the immigration and security information, a US visa application is assessed under the US immigration law by the US consular officer. What a previous refusal can do is raise an additional question, especially if the reason behind that refusal also creates concerns about the applicant's travel plan, finance, or intention to return. And this is where the larger question lies. Well, for Indian applicants, a stable government job and a strengthened application, but it does not guarantee any kind of approval. Travel history may also become a part of overall picture, but there is no official rule saying that the applicants must first visit the countries before applying for a US visa. Every application is still different. So, a short interview does not necessarily mean that the decision was made unfairly, but it does not show how quickly a consular officer can reach a decision when the application does not provide the enough confidence. Well, for the applicant, the US dream may have ended, well, maybe in 20 seconds. But for thousands of Indians applying this first trip to America, the lesson is simple. Prepare your case, understand your visa requirement, and never assume that one strong credential also guarantees your approval.